Okay, in this part of the video, we're going to determine how to get an equation from a graph. Okay, so we have to find the vertex. It's just the point on the graph. I probably wrote a little too much here. Later when I do it, it might be simpler than reading all this, but I wrote quite a bit. So let's read what I have. PQ is the vertex. To determine the values of P and Q, simply find the vertex as a point and set the x value of the vertex to P and the y value of the vertex to Q. The vertex will be the only point on the parabola which has only one x value for y. Okay, it will be this is probably the easier way to find it. It will be the lowest point or the highest point. So the lowest point is called the minimum and the highest is called the maximum. And when we get to the examples, I'll explain all this. Okay, now to find the a. Okay, to find a value of a quadratic equation, it's the step pattern. Okay, steps to find a. Here we go. Determine if a is positive or negative. If the graph opens up, it's positive. If the graph opens down, okay, it's negative. Then you go to the vertex. Move to the right horizontally by 1 unit from the vertex. Okay, and then see how far you go up and down. Whatever you go up and down is your value of your a, and that's your a. So the best way is to actually do some of these. So I've set up these graphs here. Okay, see, we're going to start with 1, 2, 3. Hopefully it's in the same order as you. And we're going to have the table on the next page. So I'll fill in as we go for the vertex and the a and the equation. Okay. Oh, and we're going to use this equation. So every single time we use the same equation, I'll write it out here. I hope there's enough room. If not, we'll make it bigger and we'll put more room in here. Okay, so let's take a look here. First, let's go to the vertex. So how can we find the vertex? So we follow this parabola number 1 all the way around. Well, the best way is to figure out what's the highest or lowest point. So here you follow it, the lowest point's right here. So there's our vertex. There it is. Okay, now we need the coordinates. So let me use my pen here and we'll write the coordinates. Well, it's 2, comma, and we go up 1. Everyone see, we go 2 this way, 1, 2. So the x is 2. See, x is 2 and up 1. Y, you go up 1 where it meets 2, comma 1. So let's go write that in right here. Okay, 2, comma 1. Okay, and hopefully everyone understood that. Now let's get the a. And remember, it's p comma q. So this is our p and that's our q. So that's going to be the p and that's going to be the q. Now let's go figure out a. Okay, so a, we go over 1. I'll go to this way. It doesn't matter which way. You go over 1, just 1 square. And then you count how many you go up. 1, 2. So a, because of this, a, okay, a equals 2 for this graph. So here, look, a equals 2. You go over 1 square, and then you count how many till you hit this. So you count, 1, 2. So a is 2. Now it opens up, so it's positive 2. So it's a plus sign here. It's a positive 2. We can just put 2. So here, a is 2. Okay, equation. So we're going to start off with y equals a x minus p squared plus q. And then we're going to sub in these values. So we're going to sub in all these numbers here. So we're going to, and maybe I can just hit enter here to give myself a bit more room. Let's see if that works. Okay, and we'll go here and we'll hit enter here. So we'll get lots more room for me to write, and we'll hit enter here. Okay, let's get out of the graph, the table, and here it is. Let's put in the P and the Q and the A. So let's write it in. Y, so A is 2. So you put 2 here. P, so over here, P is here. It's x minus 2. X minus, 2. So you put x minus 2 squared. Q. Q is over here, the 1. So you put plus 1. And that's our equation. Y equals 2, x minus 2 squared plus 1. And you could expand it to put it into standard form, but here it's in vertex form. Okay, let's go to the next graph. Okay, we'll pick a green color with these pens. So let's do everything in green on this graph so you can see this is number 2. Vertex. So here we go. We follow the graph. So we go follow, 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 follow. Well, there's the lowest point. That's our vertex right here. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, comma. We go down 1, 2, 3. 4, negative 3. Our vertex is 4 this way, 1, 2, 3 down this way. Let's go fill it in our table here. 4, comma, negative 3. Again, you guys can always jump ahead of me. Don't have to wait for me. Okay, we go over 1 square. 1 square this way. We go up, halfway. We're not going the full square, about halfway. So A equals half, or 0.5, or I'll just go half, but you can put 0.5 there if you like. Okay, halfway. Now it opens up, so it's positive. It doesn't open down, so it's going to be positive. It opens up, so we can just write half here. Okay, we know this is our A, this is our P, this is our Q. Let's write our equation. Y equals A x minus P squared plus Q. Okay. Y equals, well, A is a half. So you put a half in here. X minus, so P, x minus 4. X minus 4 squared. Negative 3 at the end. So plus negative 3. I just write negative 3 here. So y equals half x minus 4. And negative 3 goes there. Okay, let's do the third one. Let's go back to the graph here. Okay, go up to the graph. Let's pick another color. Let's pick the school color, purple. Okay, we follow... Okay, again, purple here, so we'll pick the school color, purple. We follow the graph, up, 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 up. The highest, the maximum point, it's right here. Highest to maximum. And we come down. Let's figure out what it is. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, comma. Okay, let's see what we go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going up by 4, so comma 4. Negative 3, comma 4. That's our vertex, our V. Okay, let's figure out what A is. You go over 1 square, just 1 square. And we go down 1, 2, 3. The graph hits right at 3. So A has to equal 3. Let's write that information, but it opens down. The graph opens down, so it's negative 3. All the other ones were opposite. See, this one's a frown. It opens down, so it's negative. Okay, let's put it in negative 3, comma 4. So down over here, negative 3, comma 4. First time we have a negative for the P, so PQ. Okay, A, so our A is negative 3. I'm going to extend the page here a little bit. I'm going to use that same equation. Y equals A x minus P squared plus Q. So Y equals negative 3. So X minus negative 3. So it's like X plus 3. Okay. And then at the end, you add the 4. And a lot of people forget the squared, and I do sometimes too. So don't forget the squared there. And I did do it on the other ones. Okay, so it's Y equals, and I can make that a little nicer, negative 3. So I can draw that a little bit nicer. Negative 3. That comes from here. 3. Then X stays the same. Plus, because you got a minus, so switches sign. So switches sign in the bracket, same sign outside. So look at all these. 4 switches sign in the bracket. 3, negative 3. Same sign on the outside. Look at this one. 2 switches sign in the bracket. 1 same sign on the outside. Now I'm going to do a third video on this, so we're going to do the next 3 on a third video.